Hey everybody, it's Christina from Creations with Christina. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday and Happy New Year. I took a couple of weeks off from doing videos and stuff just to spend some time with family and kind of recharge my crafting batteries. But this past weekend I was able to sit down and work on a mini album that I did for our Christmas pictures. And it's not totally done. I still need to decide what I'm going to put on the front of my album and do maybe some ribbon and stuff on my binding. But I wanted to show you how I put this together. The book itself is done using a paper tray ink die. It's this greeting gift bag die that came out, I think it was October or November. And I had really purchased this to make gift bags for Christmas, but time got away and I just never ended up buying gift bags. But anyway, I used this as my mini album pages, and what I did was I used a really lightweight chipboard, and I will admit it was kind of tough. It took me a long time to get all the chipboard and stuff cut out, and I used my Cuttlebug to do that. But I'm glad I put a lot of the effort into it because I really like how the album came out. So this is my album, and the front and back cover are done using that die, and I used the Simple Stories 25 Days of Christmas paper collection for my album. I used both the 12x12 and the 6x6 paper pad for the entire collection. And what I did was on the front cover, I just took this ribbon from Close to My Heart, and it's originally like more of a cream white and chocolate brown color. I took some vintage photo distress ink and went over it and kind of changed the color of it so it kind of matched a little bit more. But eventually I'm going to figure out what I'm going to put on my front cover. For now I'm just going to leave it the way it is until I decide what I want to do. I know I want to put 2011 on here. I just didn't know what I want to do for, I don't want to say Merry Christmas because it's kind of a whole bunch of stuff from December. But let me just show you the front cover. I put a picture of our Christmas tree in here, and I cropped all my photos using Photoshop and then printed it out of my printer. In the background is the ribbon that I wrapped around to the front cover, and all of my pictures I mounted on paper tray inks. I think this is Ripe Avocado cardstock, and then on the side here I took the designer paper from Simple Stories and used I think it was a paper tray ink die Fillable Frames number 4, and stamped on here a sentiment, String Up the Lights, It's Christmas Time, in Colorbox Chestnut Roan chalk ink. And all of the edges of my book I also distressed with the vintage photo distress ink. So from the paper collection, if you're familiar with Simple Stories, they have full sheets of a couple sheets of a pattern paper, and then they have tons of different tags and different sizes. And the bigger ones I cut them out and used them as little dividers. Either I'm going to use them for journaling or for adding more pictures. I haven't really decided on that yet. So I used some of my older grommets that I have from We Are Memory Keepers. I've had them for quite a while. I think We Are Memory Keepers came out with new grommets, but these are the ones that I've had in my stash. So, like I said, eventually I'll take this flap and use it for journaling. I think this one I'm definitely going to use for journaling, just to kind of talk about my picture here over here, and then this picture over on this side, which is Ethan practicing the piano. He was playing practicing some Christmas music, and so I took that picture and mounted it on the Ripe Avocado cardstock. And then I cut out the snowman, and the snowman is from a Sizzix die. It's a basic gray Sizzix die. It's called Snowman Stockings and Snowflakes. It's a Biggs die. So I just cut out the snowman, and I cut it out a couple of times to get the different layers, like for his hat and his nose and the mittens. And then I hung, at least I tried to make it look like that I hung the picture off of, a little sign that he's holding, and just used some vintage twine from my craft spot. Her name is Kimberly, and I'll put a link to her blog where you can order the vintage twine from. On the edge of all of the pages and the front sides, I took this, it's Making Memories Noel trim, and there was this brown felt gathered ribbon on the bottom, and I just used all of that in my album. And I did it all on the front side. And this is also from using the same die, except for that I trimmed it down because I didn't want to use all of the handles throughout the whole book. I just wanted to kind of go a little shorter than the front and back cover. So that's what I did with that. And again, I distressed the edges with the vintage photo. On this side, I made a little tag using the Papertrey Ink Mega Stack number 4. It's the Mega Stack is the bigger one, and then the smaller one is the regular number 4 matte stack die. And I just made a little tag to go in the back here, and that sticks right behind this little frame that I put some lace around. And then what I did was I made a little flap pull-out kind of album, and I'm just using a Tim Holtz tiny paper clip to hold that together. And on the inside of here, it says, "Being together is the best part, or the best gift of all." And again, I used all of the pattern paper from the Simple Stories collection. And what I did was I just made a little pull-out thing. I'm going to do some journaling here, and that's a picture of myself and Ethan. We were drinking some hot cocoa. And then on the back side of the flap, it says, "Hot chocolate warms the heart." And this comes from Kimberly at My Craft Spot. She has her own set of stamps, and I love these stamps. The quality of them is fantastic. They're a high-quality photopolymer stamp, and she sent me a whole bunch of them to try out, and I use this one, White Christmas, with the hot chocolate warms the heart. But there are some great sentiments on all of her stamp sets, so you'll be seeing these more because I'll be using them some more in some cards and stuff. So so I just made a little flag shape here, and then I have a picture of Scott and Ethan and I's hot cocoa, and then I have a picture down here of Ethan drinking his hot cocoa. So and again, I just kind of clipped this together using the little tiny Tim Holtz paper clips. I have another one of those little tags that I stuck in between the pages, and again, this one I'm probably just going to leave it the way it is, and then use the back side to, this one says Christmas favorites, and I'll just kind of write in here a couple of our favorite things that we do during the Christmas season. The next page is a picture of Ethan. He was reading "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" on Christmas Eve. It's our tradition that we do that. So I took the sticker 24 for Christmas Eve and put that down in the bottom. And then I made a couple pockets using the Papertrey ink. I used a lot of Papertrey ink dies in this. And that one is Edgers number 3. And I think I have it sitting here. Let me just grab that one. It's this Edgers number 3 collection. It comes with 2 different sizes. I used the larger size for this. And I've used this one, I think, a couple cards also. So, but I've used that to create the pocket in the back, and I did that with the ripe avocado, and then another pocket that has some paper from the collection. I believe this one came from the 6x6 pad. And then I made some more tags using, again, the ribbon like I did on the front. I distressed it with the vintage photo and just put a brad in the middle. And I'll use this for more pictures from Christmas Eve and some journaling. So I made 2 tags, and that one goes in the back pocket, and then I have one that goes in the second pocket there. For my next page, this is Christmas morning, and I have more photos from Christmas morning, but I have to add them little by little. I took some stickers and some paper from the collection and put that on the front, and that's a picture of Ethan. He had just opened his Kindle Fire that we gave him for Christmas. And then right behind it, I stuck a little tag that I can use for more photos and journaling. So that I just put right in the back here, again using some of that ribbon from Close to My Heart. And then this ribbon here, or lace, came from, I think it might be Prima, but I'm not 100% sure. I've had it for quite some time. I finally just was looking for something to put along the edge there to kind of dress it up. So, and this is, again, another one of those little tags that came from the collection. I did have to trim them down a little bit to fit them in. So this says, Winter Wonderland, horse and sleigh, snuggle up, 'cause baby, it's cold outside. And on the back side it says, have you been naughty or nice? And it has a little checklist. And then for this page here, This is Scott and Ethan. They were looking at one of Ethan's video game guides that he got for Christmas. So it's a very serious conversation that they're having there. Again, this was Christmas morning over at my mom's house, and I just tucked the little Christmas tag here. And again, took some of the ribbon and just tied a knot and tied on a little stocking charm here. And then this frame is from a scallop, Sizzix scallop, I think it's scallop holly and berry die. I tried to find it online to see if, to link it so that if anybody wanted to get it, but unfortunately I don't see it. I even went to Sizzix website and I don't see it there either. So, and again, I used the same felt trim that I've been using throughout the book. This is another pocket section. I have to print out, do some editing of photos and printing them out. They're going to go in here. This is a lot of photos that was from my my parents' house on Christmas Day, and also some photos of Scott's family and the visit we had with them. So, but I did go ahead and do the same thing. I made some pockets, and I'll use, similar to what I did on the other page, stick the photos and stuff right in there. It's another way, another tag, making a list. And then there's a bingo card in the back. And then this one is one of my favorites. I made a little kind of pull-out book, and I used this Martha Stewart doily die or punch. I've had this for a while, and I very rarely use it, but I pulled it out because I thought it'd make really cool binding for the little book I made, because I took a whole bunch of scrap papers to make this part of it and put them together using the doily punch. I made a little tab here. I'm going to stamp family on here, and that is used. I think it's, well, I know it's this die, but I don't remember a punch, but I don't remember, it's an EK Success punch, but I don't remember the name of it. I want to say it's For Sale or something like that, or something. So what I did was I punched that out and just folded it in half to make my tab. And then what it does is it just pulls out, and I have room here. I have a couple more photos. Mostly these are my brother's family that I put in here, so I have to get a picture of my older nephew printed out, and then my brother and his wife. And then on the other side is, if this flips out, and that's my oldest niece and my second youngest nephew, and then my twin nieces. And this was all, again, Christmas morning at my mom's house. So instead of doing a December daily, which I had fully planned on doing and kind of lost track and it was too much to get done, I ended up making my little mini album, and that's it. I'm going to put a link of all the supplies I used to make my album over on my blog, which I'll link down in the description of this video. And I'm also going to come back with a video on how I edit and cut and print my photos. Thanks for watching another episode, and I'll see you next time.